Well, my next guest is one of 2,000 kids who participated in a COVID-19 vaccine trial for children and teens. Duke University is testing the Pfizer vaccine on children between the ages of 12 and 15. Caleb Chung joins me now, along with his dad, Dr. Richard Chung. Good morning to both of you. Thanks for being on our program.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Caleb, why did you want to be part of this study?
Well, I definitely wanted to be part of it in order to show that the vaccines are safe for children, and so that we could progress in the development of the vaccine for younger people, as it's very vital, I believe, for us to reach herd immunity.
Were you nervous or scared?
I was a little bit hesitant at first because I actually didn't really know much about these kinds of trials, and I had to go over the requirements with my family first and learn more about the process before I decided to make the decision to move on to doing the trial.
And that's when it's helpful to have a dad who's a pediatrician. So, Dr. Dad, what did you say to Caleb? Tell us about that conversation and how much coaxing was involved.
Yeah, sure. So it was in mid-December when we had heard that they were starting this 12 to 15-year-old age group. And I had the great fortune of actually working alongside some of the doctors who are overseeing the trial here in North Carolina. And so I had the opportunity to ask them some questions and learn about the trial. This is also around the time when a lot of the initial adult data for this particular vaccine had come out, and there was a lot of real positive energy just because it was shown to be really safe and effective, at least in the adult group. Of course, kids are not the same, and so that's why the trials need to be done. And so, in talking with Caleb at age 12, I work a lot with teenagers, and I really deeply believe that they can and should make decisions and really participate in these things. And so I brought home to him kind of the informed consent form and some of the other details, and we read it through. And we talked about just how clinical research works in general and why it's important and what his role would be. And Caleb is pretty into science, and so I think he had some of that basic background already from school and such. And it took about a day or two for him to think it through and decide that he wanted to participate. I was definitely trying to be cautious about not pressuring or coaxing him too much. I had my own personal thoughts, and my wife as well, of course, and we were wanting to just make sure these trials go forward as quickly as possible. But definitely Caleb ultimately was the one who made the decision.
So you didn't know if you were getting a placebo or the real shot. Is that correct?
Yeah. We're hoping that I got the real vaccine.
Yeah. Did you get any side effects?
Well, after the first shot and the second shot, I had some mild headaches and some arm pain around the injection site, as well as some leg pain and fatigue. But other than that, nothing really that affected me too seriously.
And how do you feel, Caleb, and then I'll go to you, Doctor, knowing that you have had 2 vaccines? It's been a really tough year or so for people. Now that you have some protection, does it give you confidence? How do you feel?
Yeah, it really gives me some more confidence. Obviously, I still feel the need to wear a mask and just stay socially distant. But if I think that just having the possibility of having the vaccine is really a layer of protection and gives me some strength and confidence.
Dad, you must be proud of Caleb.
Yeah, super proud of him, and proud of all the other young people who are making these trials work, right? So there are many young people who are contributing in this particular way. And as I was thinking about it, this is literally something that only 12-year-olds and 15-year-olds can do, right? Adults can't make these trials work on their own. They actually need kids to participate. So you can have all the resources, you can have the most brilliant scientists, but if you don't have participants that are sort of brave and courageous and generous in this way, the trials can't work. So definitely proud of him and proud of all the other kids.
Well, I thank you both for sharing your story, Caleb Chung and Dr. Richard Chung. All the best to you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
You're welcome.